And I'm just going to continue with that exam. So to find a patient, I'm going to go to the EMR drop-down and search the last name.
This on someone. I ended our conversation.
And then I don't remember which one we used. So wasn't that one?
I think it was that one.
There we go. Okay, so it looks like you came in here and did a little bit, so that's awesome. What I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to expand on this visit that we did. So is this one that you guys put together from 2 days ago?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Well, no, we didn't do one today.
No.
2 days ago. I changed the date.
Okay, you changed it. Okay,
yep.
Yeah, we did that one.
Awesome.
We did the dive.
So what we're going to do is we're just going to move forward. So we've already trained on these tabs across the top. I'm actually also going to change the visit type. So we have it as a diabetic exam right now. That's very flexible. So if we wanted to change this and move it from a diabetic exam to a comprehensive or vice versa, on the visit summary screen, there is an edit visit button. If we click on edit visit, here is the same screen that comes up when you add a new visit. So you can actually just change the visit type right here. By doing this, it does not change anything you've already added. So as you can see, everything stays the same. The only thing that changes is the type of visit that you have, and then of course the tabs across the top and what's marked in yellow. So you never lose anything when you make those changes. So today's session starts on the testing tab. We've done everything in HPI Tech. On testing, we do have a gonioscopy screen and a sensory motor evaluation. Now, as you can see, these aren't automatically pulling up when you open this, but on the top right-hand side, there is a little drop-down that says Add Test, and you can pull up these screens just by selecting it. Now, once you select that test, I don't have a way to get rid of it again. So what I mean by that is, like if I called the sensory motor screen and now it's here, I can't remove that tab. But it doesn't hurt anything to have it open. If you don't complete anything in it, that's no problem at all. But that's just how you open that tab. Okay, so the big pieces that we're going to cover today are under the Doctor tab. Under the Doctor tab, you will have your slit lamp, your fundus, and your lens RX. So those are the ones that we're going to go through today. The slit lamp screen here, it actually functions exactly the same as the fundus screen. You'll mark them with normals first. Now these normals are fully customizable, which we go through in session 5, but normal means you looked and everything was normal. When you do an exam and you find something in slit lamp that's outside of normal, you'll click on the Enter Findings button. This is going to pull up a window that allows you to document the right eye when it's in blue, whoops, I hit the wrong button, and the left eye when it's in red. So you can tell which eye you're on by what's highlighted. So right is blue, left is red. Now, as you can see, in the middle of the screen here is a list of locations. So within slit lamp, you have your lids, lashes, sclera, corneas, the K, anterior chamber, iris lens. You have all these listed in the middle. These match the locations on the left side. So right now, if I'm documenting on the right eye at the eyelid, I would have the right eye blocked in blue and select eyelid. So then I could come down here and I could say that we have a cyst. That'll mark it up here at the top. So same thing as I move down the line. If I have trichiasis on my lashes, you're going to notice whenever I select a location, it moves here across the top. So all it is a pick list here. Now, if I want to switch eyes, I click the switch button. Now I'm documenting the left eye. So I could go back up to eyelid and I could say they have chalazion. Now, some of these have a more extensive way to document. I could say it's on the lower lid with inflammation. Every time I click, it shows up at the top. You can also free type up here. Now, what's important to understand is that if you use the selection pick lists down here, these are already tied to ICD-10 codes, so you won't have to do any coding. If you were to come in here under cornea and just free type something, it will not automatically code it for you. So it's important that you use this pick list as much as possible.
Okay.
Now, if you wanted to document both eyes, so I'm just going to go over to the right eye again. Let's say blepharitis was in OU. There is a little note right here that says, hold down Shift key to document both eyes. So I'm going to do just that. I'm going to hold down the Shift key on my keyboard and click blepharitis. In doing that, blepharitis went to both right and left eye. If I also want to indicate staph and moderate, if I continue to hold down the Shift key, everything that I click on goes to both eyes. It doesn't matter if I have left or right, as long as I have that Shift key held, and I'm going to do it on cornea for abrasion, it will go and document on both eyes.
So follow Jeffrey on Facebook. Get it all now.
Any questions on how to document in the slit lamp area?
No, I'm fine.
Sounds good. So I'm going to hit the save button, and what you're going to notice is that the items that were the normals, when I hit the normal button, show up in white, and everything that I went in and did that was outside of normal shows up in the red color. So that draws your attention to items that were not normal. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, down at the bottom, if I wanted to draw where this corneal abrasion was, I can use this bottom section. This is our drawing pad. So to start a drawing, on the bottom left-hand side, I'm going to click the New button. And if I hover over them, you'll see one says Edit and one says New. The very first thing it tells you is to please select a background image. This is the image you're going to be drawing on. And the system has a number of images built into it. So I'm just clicking through a few of them to show you what's there.
How much? 6,000.
I'm going to select this one, let's say. So I hit the giant select button.
400.
Now this works very similar to paint. So if I wanted to just draw in here, I could just draw with my little pencil there.
9,000.
You can change the color. You can change the thickness of the pen. So as you can see, you can go in there and make those changes. But one of the things that most folks take advantage of to use is what we call the stamp tool. So up here toward the middle is a little button that kind of looks like a stamp when you stamp a piece of paper. This is a list of pre-built condition drawings. So let me just show you what I mean. Here's some chalazion, here's a corneal abrasion, there's a couple different ones in there. There's a scar and an ulcer. They're just a couple ones that are pre-drawn in the system. So I'm going to find my corneal abrasion, and I like this one more than this one. And I'm going to click Select. Now the nice thing about this is that when we select a code, it's going to tell us that you can add a diagnosis. Well, I already documented corneal abrasion up here at the top, so I don't need to add a code. However, if you were documenting your corneal abrasion and you were only using the drawing tool, or if you hadn't put it up at the top yet, you could just select the location of the abrasion and add diagnosis. What that does, and we'll see this in our next session, is it automatically adds the specific ICD-10 code to your chart. Then I'm just going to use this stamp tool, and I'm going to make it bigger so you can kind of see what it is. But this is my stamp. You can make it bigger or smaller. You can rotate it around however you want to. And then if you click your mouse and scroll away, it's actually kind of hard to see. I'll do it in the white of the eye. There's my stamp. So if I right-click, it'll draw or it'll label what it is. And if I right-click again, it draws a line to it. So I'm going to show us that again. I'm going to click my stamp tool, and I'm going to find a different stamp this time. Now this one's kind of big, but just to show you, I'm going to click with my mouse just like you would normally click. When I right-click, it labels what it is. And when I right-click again, it draws a line to the stamp. That is telling me what this stamp is. Now what's important to know about this, and I'm going to do one more stamp for us, and I'm not going to add. If I click multiple times and right-click to draw the name of it, it's only going to draw a line to the last one I stamped. So if you do multiple, just remember that it's only going to draw a line and label the last stamp, indicating that all stamps that look like this are a corneal ulcer. Any questions about the drawing tool?
Yeah. You just, you don't hold it and drag it around. You click where you want it to be.
Yeah. Yep. And on the next one, I'm actually going to have you drive because it's the exact same screen. So I'll let you practice on it.
Okay.
So here's what we're going to do. That's slit lamp. Now, when I click to fundus, the screen looks exactly the same. The only difference is that, first of all, it's fundus, so it's different locations. But you will also have the lens used drop down to indicate which lens you use to do fundus, and you have your cup to disc ratios. Everything else on this screen is exactly the same as slit lamp. So I'm going to let you drive and start by clicking your normals and then enter a couple findings, and then we'll go through a drawing.
Okay, I have to click normal up there. And normal on the other side too. Yeah. Okay, now do you want to enter findings? Go to the middle.
Oddly charming, 6 letters.
Okay.
What is quaint?
CrossFit please Q for 4.
Those uneasy feelings, 6 letters in the end.
Okay, first one is disc. Let's see, do we...
So if you wanted to document, let's just do like macular degeneration.
Down here. What?
What is it called? Good.
Okay, when you go to macula
And,
then?
then you'll click on macula.
Go to whatever you think, yeah.
What is it? Quagmire. That's
Yeah.
it.
Okay, and then
Serpent, Toltec, God, 12 letters.
whatever.
God.
Yep, and then just click one.
EP stands for this lofty position
Oh.
on film or
Yeah.
television show. Rob, what is executive
Sure.
producer? Abbreviations for MFA.
And those are just the different ones for ICD-10. Yep.
Yes.
And then do you click save? Or
There's
do you
no,
just,
if you're done documenting in here, then yes, you can click save.
What is Christian health?
oh, okay, otherwise you go down to the next one on the left, huh, or whatever. If you need to do more, you...
Yep, then you just keep documenting until you're done.
By the early 1800s, the center of the typical New England village was becoming what we think of as the peaceful...
Did you want to do any on this side?
Or as they call it,
Yeah.
Then enter findings again.
Leanne, what is the comment? Back to you are. Old Sturbridge Village before?
The miller made his living by...
Okay, and then you have to click over here, I think.
As village residents
Yep, and then you can click on the left eye, and you'll notice that, like, if you click the left eye in macula, it'll bring you, yep, so see how it brought you 2 vessels.
Yeah. Okay, but now you have to look down here and see which one you want to change.
1830s villagers, personal protection, had the same main option as in Revolutionary War times. This type of gun, named for the type of stone that sparks its fire mechanism.
Okay. So that's all there is to that one, yeah. So then you save if you don't need anything else.
No.
Okay. Okay. Now you want him to do some
Yeah, if you
drawing?
want to, yep, go ahead and do a drawing there just to get kind of some hands-on in that.
Yeah. No, not that one. Oh. There we go. Okay.
Many computer tablets use this operating system created by
You're going to go to macula?
named for
Since that's what you did.
OU.
Okay, click on it. Okay. Now that's what you get.
You don't get much. Yeah.
Built in 2004, it worked.
What else? Do you see anything else in there you might need?
Well, we just do one. Let's change it to this right here.
Oh, yeah, okay. That's the optic disc. Is that what you wanted? Okay, there you go. Lens diagram OS.
That's, you went right.
Okay. Is that the one you want to do?
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay, then just select. Okay, now, you want to stamp it? Where it's at?
Yep, click that stamp icon.
Come up to try it again. Yeah. Okay. Okay, is that what you want?
Yeah.
Okay, select. And now just click wherever it was in here. If you lose it. Oh, that's neat. Is that what you want?
Yeah. I get rid of this one.
Well, it'll go. He said, how do you get rid of the one that's floating around?
You right-click on it.
Okay. No, right. That's this one.
Yep.
Oh, there. Oh, and now, that's right. Okay. And then
drag it to wherever you want it.
It is.
No, this word
Yep.
here. Hold down the left and drag it down here, and then right click it again.
Yep, and then right-click it again.
Okay, then right click. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We didn't.
No, that's the right eye. We got to get to the left. Let's see.
Okay, so then do we?
Now you're
When he
done.
wants to try?
So he wants to do you can do one drawing per page.
Oh.
So if we wanted to, we would just have to pick a background that had both eyes. So let's say we want to do that. Let's go ahead and click the new button again.
New.
Okay, I guess the new page, you mean?
Yep, the new page. Yep.
Okay.
Now,
You got both eyes there. Is it? It's an owl.
So see if there's like a fundus diagram OU, or that, yep, that one has both eyes too. So that way you can do both.
See, fundus diagram. Oh, then you can do both eyes. Now this one. You got the aqua disc. See, this arrow shows what you've got. So you want to get down here.
oh yeah, down here. I just.
Okay, click that one.
Yeah.
Okay, now you got the one. Okay, that's what you want, both eyes. Okay, now select. Yes, we want to overwrite it. Okay, now stamp. No.
Some people might be familiar, there's some viral videos out there of T-Rexes shoveling snow, doing
Once.
warrior course, some possible other things. You can do eventually take
Huh.
almost immediately.
Why is it not working?
Okay, good. Here's some cups. Graduate
Okay. And you have the 2 again?
Yeah, you want to choose them
Okay,
too.
then click that. Okay, select.
Click.
Okay, now put it where you want it on this eye.
Click it.
Yeah, and then go over this one and click it where it is on that eye. Now, right click. Okay, now you want to hold it down and drag it to there. That's
Yep,
it.
and
Okay.
remember, it'll go to the last stamp that you did. So you'd want to bring it closest to the last stamp.
Oh, so you have to bring it over here.
Yep.
It's not moving. There. And then right click to make that line. There.
There you go. Now, this is the one part in the system where if you try to move forward, it will stop you and say that you have to save it. So the save button is the little floppy disk on the left, this guy right here. So whenever you're done, if you forget to hit save, that's okay. It will stop you, but just know that everywhere else in the system, it saves automatically except for this part.
Okay, where is the
It's
save?
this right here, this disk. That's a disk.
Oh, this is the save
Yeah,
here?
that's the save, yeah.
A measure of how fast and how much a food raises blood sugar levels.
I think it's, okay, there.
That's
Yeah,
it.
it's saved.
Robots 200.
Okay,
These 2 robots from a Galaxy car.
we lost the using on the right eye, but that's all right.
You lost what? Oh, no, it won't. Remember, you only get one word.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it goes to the last one.
Now, if
Okay,
you,
go.
and if you
because
wanted to add more, you could. You could click the little edit button, and you could put words in there too.
No, that's fine.
Where's the, oh, yeah, this is the edit right there.
We're okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Any questions in slit lamp or fundus?
I don't think so, no. I think you'll
Awesome.
be able to work.
Perfect. So the very last one that we're going to do is the Lens RX screen. This is your final prescription screen. There is an area to do final prescription lenses for glasses and final contact lenses. So at the top where it says prescribed spectacles, this is where you put your final RX. There's a couple different ways you can do this. You can import your manifest or your wearing, and those numbers filter right in, and that's what's down below here. Now let's say that we wanted to bump this up to 0.25, you could just go in and free type it. If it's the same as your manifest refraction, you just leave it the same. So this works just like your manifest. It's the drop downs here. If you don't want to import them, I'm going to clear them really quick. If you would rather document them, you can click the double drop down, and this one should look pretty familiar. This is the one where we go through and enter in, click next, and then it goes to the left eye. Okay. That one's kind of cut and dry. Any questions on prescribed spectacles for their final RX?
No.
Awesome. So contact lenses are just below there, and this is your final contact lens prescription. Now, down here at the bottom, you can see the manifest, the auto refraction, and the wearing. If the patient had contact lenses that they came in wearing, you'd also be able to see them here. If you want to take a look at your past history, and of course this will be down the road once you get more history entered, you can click this View Trial / Lens Note History button, and it will outline all the different contact lens history that you've documented for this patient. Now in this case, this patient is brand new in here, so they've never had contact lens history before, which is why it's blank. If I click it again, it will toggle back for me. If you want to do your final contact lenses, you can either import their wearing lenses by clicking Import W, or you can select the contact lenses with the drop down. So I would hit the double drop down, select the type of contact lens, and hit next. And then here's a little cheat sheet for you so you can see what the diameter, base curve, and the powers and the colors. It will pop up and have you type in here, and we talked about this before, or you can free type in it. There's no wrong way to do that. Questions on documenting prescribed contacts?
No, no.
Okay. The next part is these two little pieces down below. RX spec remarks. If you type something in there and you hit the print button, which you would then put in your password, and I'm going to just show this on the screen here. Whatever you put in that remark shows up on their RX. So when you print these out for patients, or if you need to print them and you want to put a little note on there, you put it in the remarks field, and that's the same whether it's for the glasses or it's for the contacts.
Okay.
So that's what that is. And then the same thing here. Then on the right-hand side, this is how long you want it to be good for. So how long before it expires. So Spec RX, we have them defaulted to 1 year each, but you can change them.
Oh, that's what we do.
Okay.
So that's like where you would put,
Expiration date.
well, no, but I mean, no, the remarks, like you want rose tint or something like that? I think that's where you put that?
It should be color. Yeah, where do you list the add-ons?
What do you mean?
You know, AR and transitions and...
That isn't in here. This is just the RX. If you need to do the whole optical order, the optical team at the clinic would do that with their own software. That's in our practice management software.
Okay, no.
Okay. Any questions on the Lens RX screen?
No, that's pretty...
Okay. So that is everything that I have for us to cover today, is those three. Now I want to just give you kind of a heads up that next week, when we go through Tuesday night for the next 3 tabs, if I was going to tell you that there was one part of the section that people struggle with the most, it's the assessment plan and coding. So I just kind of want to keep that in mind. We've had very successful trainings here so far, so I believe that this will continue to be successful, but I always like to give just a little bit of heads up to say these 3, although they're very easy, it's very different than what people are used to, and sometimes that gets folks a little bit mixed up. So we'll just kind of prepare for that next week, Tuesday. In the meantime, the best thing to do is just to keep practicing. Do as many exams in here as you possibly can.
Okay.
You start from the beginning of putting an exam in and then going to the, what do you have, testing and doctor.
Yeah, just start putting an exam in. I would start a whole bunch of them, do like 10 of them in the next week or so, start to finish. Or as you see patients during the day, come home at night and do maybe 1 exam per night based on the live patient that you saw. That way you kind of get an idea of exactly what to expect. It's great practice.
Okay, no.
Do we still use Daisy Foxfire all the time?
You can use whichever patient you want as long as it's not James Foxfire. It doesn't matter to me who you use.
Oh, okay. Just not Jane.
Why?
I don't know.
Yep. Any other questions?
I don't think so, no.
All right. Well, call me or email me if you have questions. Otherwise, we are all set for the night.
Okay. Thanks for doing it.
Of course. Thanks for letting me know. It worked out perfectly because I had just had a clinic cancel at the same time that you called, so it worked out perfectly.
Yeah, that did. Okay, good.
Sounds good. I will be talking to you soon.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, guys. Bye now.
Bye. Good night.
Good night.
Beverly Hills Hotel was shot at sunset. This Hotel California, Eagles, yes. David Bowie sports a makeup lightning bolt across his face.